Have you ever wondered how technology of today affects us? Many people look at teenagers and think, do they ever get off their electronics, or what has this world become? And they're not wrong. Technology has advanced so much so that it's really hard to see anyone who's not on their cell phones, laptops, or even on social media. Generation Y has become so obsessed with their technology that they can't let it go. They must have it.
Well, now wait a second. Technology isn't all that bad. Sure, it can cause many problems, but it can also be very good for society in general.
That's true, but I must warn you, technology has some major side effects, both good and bad. While electronics can cause obsession, sleep inhibition, and mental and physical effects, such as permanent thumb damage, it has also increased many teenagers' social communication skills and self-esteem.
Not only that, but the bright light emitted from your cell phone at night while you're in bed can cause some serious long-term damage. Your sleep habits are a much bigger deal than you may think.
Self-esteem is a big part of teenagers' life. Many teenagers struggle through adolescence because it is a time when they're not a child anymore, but they're not quite an adult either, thus stuck in a hole of, who am I? A study done by the University of Pennsylvania proved that using cell phones increases self-esteem in teenagers, thus stating that they would rather be with their cell phones than with actual people. Not only that, but a New York Times article found that American teenagers sent and received an average of 2,272 text messages per month, and this action has been continually increasing since 2008, which could lead to permanent thumb damage or even musculoskeletal disorders. That's crazy! All those text messages? I personally would rather talk to actual people rather than texting them all day. Don't you agree, Haley?
What?
Anyway, teenagers have become very obsessed with their technology, so much so that they will do anything to get their hands on a new release, even if that means earning it themselves. It becomes so harmful, teenagers are losing sleep over it, which means they can lead to their increase in anxiety, lack of awareness, and even drop in their grades.
While the use of technology isn't all bad, the risks and health hazards are completely real. A big part of using technology is knowing when to take a break from it. What are most people's prime break time from surfing Facebook or liking pictures on Instagram? Bedtime. Or so you'd think. Your sleep cycle is so important to your overall well-being. If your nighttime routine includes brushing your teeth, getting into bed, and messing with your phone for the next 2 hours, you're doing something wrong. And it's not one of the first two options. The blue light given off by your phone in the dark room confuses your brain and delays the release of melatonin, causing you to rest poorly or not at all. This can cause permanent brain damage, and this fear should not just be instilled in those who use cell phones. TVs and laptops give off this light as well. Children only months old are affected by this. The disturbing effects of technology on sleep and overall health are not a myth.
I conducted a survey to help prove my point that technology is becoming a problem. I had 2 surveys, one for male teenagers and one for female teenagers, to determine if there was a significance between gender. 49 males and 73 females participated in this survey. The questions asked in the survey will be listed in the description below. Results show that female teenagers are more attached to their technology than male teenagers are, based upon an average of 5 to 25% more female answers than males on each question. One hypothesis as to why this occurs is because male friendships are based more on a physical bonding, because a more emotional bonding like females have would be considered too close. Overall, the effects of technology are both positive and negative, but it's all about balance. Time spent with no technology can lead to a small social life and loss of connections between people, but too much can cause sleep deprivation and a lowering in grades.
While Hannah conducted her surveys, I walked around campus and conducted a little survey of my own. Hi, I'm Haley Munn.
I'm Haley. Hi, nice to meet you.
So is it okay if I ask you a few questions? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
No. So do you use your phone before bed?
Yeah. Yes.
I do. You do.
How many hours would you say you use your phone?
Probably an hour, about an hour every day.
Do you often wake up feeling groggy or still tired?
Yeah,
I do, but I don't think it's due to my phone
You don't
usage.
think so?
almost every morning.
Well, studies prove that that's due to the use of electronics before bed.
Do you think that your phone possibly has some long-term effects on your mental health? Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes.
What would you say if I were to tell you that Apple is creating a new product that changes the lighting on your electronics so that you can get a better night's sleep?
I would be interested in checking that out.
Yeah.
Just because I see the effects when I wake up in the morning.
I've heard something about that, and I think it's a positive improvement.
That sounds like it would really help.
Yeah, it would. All right. Well, nice to meet you. Thank you.